Hi, Anita Dawn from Senior Fit Solutions, and I want to really say sorry if you didn't manage to get on the webinar last Saturday. I think there were a few technical issues, not just from my side, but generally out there, that security is getting so much stricter with all technology. So if you didn't manage to make the webinar last Saturday, I'm repeating it on Monday. I've made a few tweaks and just bearing on feedback from people that attended the webinar, and just I think there's a lot of good information there for everybody. So I have everybody I meet, I come across, I say, do you know what sarcopenia is? And 100% of people say no. This is amazing. Do you know what osteoporosis is? Everybody does now, but maybe 10 years ago they didn't. Or obesity, cancer, heart disease. Well, sarcopenia was declared a disease back in 2016 by the Surgeon General in America. And it really is quite serious as we age. That we can avoid it and we can reverse it, but you need to be aware of a few basic, simple truths, which I will be sharing with you in the webinar at 10 o'clock on Monday. You can sign up to the webinar by clicking on the link attached to this live video. It's a live, is it a video? Okay. But there's so many misconceptions. People seem to think that the symptoms that you have from sarcopenia are due to aging. That is a myth. And there's a lot of research out there proving that that is not the truth, guys. So I attend a lot. I used to teach in the community, and at the moment, because I've got my own studio, I do tend to go out in the community and just see what's happening there, because the majority of people, older people, are going to community classes and they're going to perhaps the leisure centre gyms. I'm rather upset to see that the majority of instructors are not teaching older people appropriate exercises, or maybe correcting them when they're doing them wrong. As we get older, it's so important, one, that we adapt, modify what we do according to our imbalances in the body. Now, everyday life creates an imbalance in the body. So the older we are, probably if we haven't done something like Pilates or a PT session in the gym, that we have our imbalances in the body of muscles imbalance. Muscles come in pairs, so we tend to have one of them tighter, one of them weaker, which leads to, as I say, imbalance, which leads to pain, leads to injury, and then disability. So this is really serious. What I plan to do is not just give you the facts, but to educate you, to point out to you why it's so important that you have a better awareness of your physical requirements, so that when you go to a class, you're able to judge whether an exercise that someone suggests that you do is suitable for you. Because what I see in the gyms is that 99% of what the older people are doing is going to be more harmful to them than doing them good. And as long as people have got them in the gym and they think, I'm going to the gym, they believe that they're going to be better off, but they don't realize the basic principles. Once they know them, they will realize, but they don't realize the basic principles of strengthening the body. And if you don't, and you're not taught by someone who's aware of the modifications that you need to make for older people, you see, older people, everybody is unique. And the more years we've lived, the more unique that we become. So one size does not fit all. Yeah, so it's really important to have small classes and address issues of the people in the class. I work usually with 4, 5, or maximum 6 people in the class, depending on the disability of the issues of the people in the class. Yes, I don't suddenly recruit 6 people to a class. I make sure that I'm able to address the issues of everybody in that class. So if some people have more issues, then I'm going to have a smaller class. Yeah. So I want people to get results and feel the benefit of what I teach them and what I get them to do in their everyday life. It's not really rocket science, and it doesn't take a lot of time. You have 168 hours in a week. If you just take 2 hours a week, you've got 166 hours left in the week to do what you want to do. And hopefully some of that is sleeping. And also in the classes, the majority of instructors are much younger than you guys if you're over 60. Yeah. Or even, yeah, I find that most instructors are probably in their 30s and 40s. And they have no idea what it's like to be over 60. But they also don't have any idea how important it is that we do the appropriate exercise for our issues going on in the body. Yeah. So just over the next few days, actually over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be addressing an exercise each day on Instagram. So do sign up to my Instagram account at Fit Solutions. And I'm going to be pointing out what is being taught, what people are doing, why it's causing a negative impact on their body, and what they could do that is much more functional, makes them feel better, and corrects the imbalances in the body. So I can't wait to share with you the information that is going to change your life. So do sign up to the webinar. Yeah. It's not going to be recorded. So come along on Monday. You can ask your questions. So the whole presentation is about an hour. And we might be asking and answering questions for the next hour. So I think there's a lot of misunderstanding, as I say, around aging and how we can prevent a lot of what people think are the symptoms of aging. All right, so do sign up. It is unlimited, and I've got some special offers. I've got an exciting program that I'm going to be launching in October, and if you come to the webinar, I don't need to bribe you, but I'm just letting you know that you will get a month free of this amazing membership, this amazing activity that I'm going to be doing in my studio here face to face. And I will eventually, pretty soon, be doing the same thing online so that more people can access my experience, my knowledge, and my teaching. I do very little work. How are we doing for time? I do very little work on the floor. It's not very functional, and a lot of older people can't get down and up from the floor, or it really hurts them. So instead of using gravity, I use anchor points and I use bands. Some people will be sitting down and some people will be standing for the exercises. I also have a lot of other functional equipment here in the studio. That's why I like to have my own studio, and I collect the equipment that I know is going to benefit my clients. Yeah. So you will get a really good idea of what I do and how I can help you. But not just that, just by attending the webinar, it's going to be life-changing for you. You're going to learn some real basic guidelines that you need to be applying to your life. All right, so thanks for watching, and do put any questions, any comments in the notes below. Yeah. So we will be having a WhatsApp group, so you can jump onto that. Once you've signed up, you can jump onto the WhatsApp group and we can communicate, and you can ask your questions before the webinar so I know that I will be able to answer them fully and that will be applicable to you. Okay, so have a good evening, and I look forward to seeing you. I'll be going live most days up until the webinar, and that's over the next 2 weeks. But as I said, daily on Instagram, Fit Solutions. And I think you'll find it's quite an eye-opener. My current clients are just kind of in shock when I explain why they shouldn't be doing some things and why they should do other things. Okay, I'll let you go. So thanks for listening to me, and I will see you soon. Especially, I will see you on Monday at 10 o'clock, but you need to sign up first. Okay, have a good evening. Bye for now.